Nice. And obviously, I mean, when I was in Prague in May with Sunny on stage at the Gateway conference, Sunny said that there might or might not be some sort of incentive for early users of Satellite that bridge liquidity over to Osmosis and provide it there. We didn't hear anything since then in terms of an airdrop announcement or anything like that. So do you know what is the current stage? Is there any reverse rewards or incentives for early satellite users?
Yeah, so I think the the current kind of confirmed things that I've been hearing, right, is that the people that have bridged to Osmosis, right, in the early days, through Satellite, will be eligible to, an airdrop, and how it gets processed and like specific details, I think, will be announced. But hopefully, over the coming weeks, we'll learn more about it. But yes, for sure.
Honestly, I think there couldn't be a better time than now to like come out with an airdrop. It's like, and then just call it Rex drop. Like everyone is entirely wrecked right now. I mean, the FMOS team coined this term, but I think if you come out now with, even if it's not not a life-changing airdrop, but still something that gives people some hope that crypto is not dead and not in the end. I think that would make a lot of users happy. So yeah. I like this. I like this plan.
Awesome.
But you said a couple of weeks. Like, do you have a more clear timeline, or is that still something that you guys are like discussing right now? Or
yeah, no, I think kind of a different parties are involved in this. I think frankly, I think the question is, what is a good time to do it? I think technically, there's not that much to do to kind of orchestrate these things, but given the given the events in the ecosystem more broadly, I think the question of timing across different teams started to come up again.
Yeah, but like Kavascos is saying, during a bear market is best. Airdrops without bull hype FOMO is really nice. So yeah, yes. I agree to that. But yeah, I just here's another question I wanted to ask you regarding like the general tokenomics. Maybe you can walk us through some of the numbers of the AXL tokenomics, how much of the supply is currently in circulation, what's the inflation like, what's the staking rewards like, and whether there will also be fee distribution for the stakers eventually.
Yeah, so the current tokenomics is, there is an inflation right now of, I think, 9.5% or something like that on the network. Let me actually double check it. Let me see. Yeah, so it's 9.25. This is an inflation that's introduced to the network. It was actually reduced. I think it was about 15%. Up until a couple of weeks ago when the governance passed to reduce it. And if you look at the numbers, about half of the supply is staked, right? So half a billion is been staked across the validators, and there is a kind of 50 validators that are right now participating in the consensus protocol. So it is true that kind of right now the mechanics of the system is that whenever there is an EVM chain that's being added, there is an additional inflation that's introduced to incentivize validators to support that EVM chain, right? That number was actually reduced. It was 1%. I think the governance passed to drop it to 0.75%, and I think the plans are to reduce it, even more as the network continues to scale. So that's one thing. The second thing is kind of how the mechanics of the fees work. At least right now, the fees are set to essentially just cover the relay fees across all the different chains that are connected, right? So, like I said, like whenever you're going from one chain to another, you're paying gas in the source chain of the transaction that you're sending. And, that gas is used to pay for the relayers and used to kind of pay on the Axelar and on the destination chain. So that's there. There are interesting kind of design, projects that we're exploring with various ecosystem participants, how to stop inflating the network when new chains are added, right? And actually introduce, some of these deflationary mechanics to it. Don't have specifics on yet, but this is something, kind of as we go through different proposals, we'll definitely communicate. But that's the goal in a longer term is, of course, we can't add inflation every time a new connection is made, right? And so, but there are various ways to incentivize, those connections anyway. So, but we'll kind of share more as details are available.
Yeah, and the staking APR currently is roughly 28%, so that's not bad.
Yeah.